Now we turn to South Maui Representative Tina Wildberger, who gives us this week's legislative update from the state capitol.
Aloha everyone, Tina Wildberger at the Capitol again this week for an update from the legislature. Today is our second triple referral deadline, this time for Senate bills in the House. That means any bills with 3 committee referrals needed to be heard by today or they won't make it through the process. This past week, the Finance Committee has been working on the budget bill, and I have some highlights for you from HB 200, the bill that will allocate the federal funding from the American Rescue Plan. The state is receiving $1.6 billion. Maui County is also getting $30 million directly from the feds. This bill still needs to go through the Senate, but I'm grateful to Chair Luke for her leadership in saving several important programs that were on the chopping block across the state. Most of the figures I'll mention are for statewide allocation. The Department of Agriculture will get $25,000 to fund the Queen Bee program. Did you know that Hawaii exports queen bees for crop pollination across the country? The Attorney General will get $2.3 million for the sex assault treatment program. Hawaii Tourism Authority is getting $21.5 million in American Rescue Plan funds. $2.3 million will go to save Hilo's Youth Challenge Academy, $11.2 million to restore funding for classrooms, and $32.5 million for special education. $25 million to fund homeless services, $1.7 million to restore Title X funding for family planning, and a whopping $743 million will go to repay the unemployment loan. I really wish the federal government would consider this disaster response funding and ask the state to repay only 25% of that. $6 million in funding for the DLNR. UH will get $3 million to fund the Hawaii Promise program. My colleague Rep. Yamashita did great work with the CIP budget. CIP stands for Capital Improvement Projects. These are separate funds for expenses that are not recurring. $10 million for broadband for schools, $123 million for affordable housing, $5 million for improved disaster warning system, $236 million for the Department of Education for ventilation, deferred maintenance, special education, and gender equity projects. $17 million for infrastructure at Pelehu Nui, that's the DHHL project off of the Mokulele Highway. Our hospital's getting $12 million. The Department of Health will get $57 million for wastewater treatment and safe drinking water projects. Our courthouse is getting $5 million for much needed fixes, $800 million for the Department of Transportation, mostly for airports and harbors. And saving the best for last, and the most importantly, in my view, it's not a lot of money, but the House has committed $2 million to secure the purchase of Navai Eha. This is South Maui's exclusive water source, which was at risk for private sale. In a terrific example of state and county working together, this important watershed will now be preserved forever. My deep appreciation goes out to Scott Fritz from the Department of Forestry and Wildlife for bringing this incredible opportunity to my attention. Wishing everyone a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in to our update. Ahui ho.